The Port of Cork has lots to offer between two places, Cork and Cobh. Plus, this place is as easy access as it gets. The train is right here! Let's dig into our first port in Ireland. I'm Troy, and this is the Port Lowdown. Cork is a city in southern Ireland, about 160 miles southwest of Dublin. It's often used as a jumping-off point to Blarney Castle and the Gift of Gabstone, about 20 minutes out of town by car. But the Port of Cork is actually in the small town of Cobh, about 11 miles east. At port, you'll notice several things. The train station, the huge collection of tour buses for the ship tours, and groups of men protesting the privatization of the pier.
We're trying to protect public rights to access to quayside. There's a right-of-way here for 150 years where people can enjoy the seafront and walk up and down. And the port company here, trying to expand their business, want to build a bigger cruise liner terminal. And part of that, they're looking for investors and so on. And of course, investors don't want to hear that Joe Public can simply walk up and down through the middle of it. So they're trying to privatise the quay, and there's a struggle going on now for 4 years where there's a lot of intimidation and court cases taking place to exclude the local community. In fact, the port company are looking for an order from the courts to state that there is no right of way. So the people here in Cobh won't accept that. We'll come here every morning, every time there's a ship in. We welcome the visitors, but that should not contradict with the rights of the local people to walk up and down on their own quayside, as they have done for 150 years.
Consider chatting them up to get some local perspective.
As I say, you're all welcome. Come and visit Ireland.
The port itself has no terminal per se. There's a heritage centre next to the train station with some tourist leaflets, cafe, and toilets. They also offer a small museum detailing the area's history of Irish immigration to America. The first Irish to land at Ellis Island came from here. Right in front of this, just beyond the exit, are the cabbies either waiting for pre-tours or ready to offer some. Now, if you want to take a ride share, remember that such private services are illegal in Ireland. All ride services must be from a licensed taxi driver. That said, you can still use your Uber app to call one, but just know it won't be a private vehicle. We decided to skip Blarney Castle and explore Cork on our own. Round-trip tickets are either from the ticket machine or a ticket agent booth, whatever works. As of recording, it's about €7 and a 26-minute ride each way. The views are pretty, passing shoreside towns and small lakes. Route maps are in English and Irish. It's fun to compare the two. The train station in Cork is smallish, but clean and serviceable. There's a sandwich cafe, tuna and sweet corn, that's new for me, sundry store, toilets, vending machines, and seating. And it looks like anyone can sit and play the piano. Outside you'll find the cab stands, thankfully sheltered from the frequent rain. Now, bear in mind the station is not in the center of town, but Cork is a small city and only takes about 10-15 minutes to walk to St. Finbarr's Cathedral near the center of town, or you can be like us and cab it to avoid the rains. Cork itself is unpretentious and busy, with lots of local shops and the lovely River Lee cutting through. Our first stop was St. Finbarr's Cathedral. Now bear in mind there are two churches named St. Finbarr. St. Finbarr's Roman Catholic Church South and St. Finbarr's Cathedral, only a 10-minute walk from each other. We're referring to the cathedral. It's fairly new as cathedrals go, built in the late 19th century, but the design is striking, and the interior loaded with history and beautiful art. This has been a spiritual site since the 7th century, when a monastery was built here. The statues and sculptures on the outside and the surrounding graveyard are also worth exploring. Ironically, our umbrella was stolen here, so we were lucky that the rains relented. We walked to the English market in about 10 minutes, passing by the River Lee with cranes and some cool street art. Cork is known as the foodie capital of Ireland, so we were looking forward to the market. To our surprise, it's smaller than we thought, but still pretty fun to stroll around with a non-touristy local atmosphere. We ate lunch at the Farmgate Cafe, looking over the Moynihan's poultry stalls. So this is a liver pate sandwich. Is this the lamb stew, Kevin?
Yeah.
Traditional lamb stew?
With potatoes.
With potato.
Cheese.
That's a cheese tart, which is basically like,
Tomato soup.
you have to try the Irish butter. By the way, if you're enjoying our Cork video, hit us up with a like. We release videos every week, so consider subscribing. It's simple to do, and it would mean a lot to us. Thanks so much. Heading back to the station was a simple 5 to 10 minute walk across the river and up a few blocks. We wanted to split our time between this and Cobh to round out the day. That was a great choice, as Cobh was, well, beautiful. Ah, Cobh, the tidiest large town in Ireland, and with one of the most attractive main streets I've seen in quite a while. Cute, multicolored houses, lovely storefronts, candies, and Irish coffee. Cobh also has a history with the Titanic. This town was the ship's last port of call, picking up more passengers here before meeting its fate en route to New York. At the Titanic Experience, located at the former liner's ticket office building, you can learn more about the town's history with the famous ship by guided tour only. Tickets sell quickly and we missed out, so be sure to book early. There's also a Titanic walking tour, the Titanic Trail, taking you to some of the associated town sites. The rest of the town is mostly uphill, some of it steep, but for those able to brave the short hike, you reach the beautiful St. Colman's Cathedral and a lovely view. This church is even younger than St. Finbar, finished in the early 20th century with a spire that makes it the tallest church in Ireland. It's a grand sight inside and out, built in a sinewy French Gothic style. The floors and doors are especially beautiful, with Celtic design. Mind the pigeons. Across the street is a newly created Garden of Reflection, created to remember the COVID pandemic and as a place of rest and meditation. We hope to come back to Cobh and stay the whole time. There's so much more to explore and simply enjoy. And some Irish coffee, please. Cork and Cobh are definitely worth a longer visit. Have you been to Cork and Cobh? Any suggestions about things to do here? Let us know in the comments.